Warm greetings all. This is Reality with Personality. And today in my studio we have our guest, Mr. Darius Avila, President of Battle of the Drums. Welcome, Mr. Avila.
Thank you, my brother. Thank
Right?
you. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Yes, I've been anticipating. Well, bro, it's nice catching up with you. Finally. And in a semi-formal setting. And as I have to tell you that I had to research your work, and I found I was amazed the whole time, very impressed. I didn't know you had accomplished all this, flying right under the radar. But before we get into your work that you envision, please tell us about your early childhood environment in which you grew up.
Yeah, sure. All right. Again, thanks for inviting me to the show. Like you mentioned, I'm Darius Avila. I am from Peine, Punta Gorda, born and bred. So an RPG man, so to speak. No,
Yes, yes.
um, I grew up in Peine. In terms of school, I initially attended St. Peter Claver School. That's a Catholic school
Mhm.
in Peine. Um, in between my early primary school years, at some point, I also went to school at St. Joseph's School in Belize City for two
Okay.
years during my early years.
Mhm.
And as well, my mom, she would move the family from place to place depending on the circumstances. And so I also attended primary school for short periods of time in Belmopan at Belmopan Junior College,
Okay.
and as well at St. Joseph Primary School in Barranco.
Mm.
So during
Mm.
those formative primary school years, I attended three various primary schools at some
Okay.
point during that time.
Yes.
That was very helpful to my growth, as disruptive as it could have been for a young person.
Mhm.
Nonetheless, with the nurturing of the mother and my
Ah.
siblings,
Okay.
it played out well, and I am thankful for the experiences I uh, was able to have during those years. As I move on to high
Mm.
school, I attended Claver College, now defunct,
Mhm. Oh.
in PG. The high school
Mhm.
here in PG is Toledo Community College. So
Okay.
Claver College is the predecessor, so to speak, to
Yes.
TCC, Toledo Community College.
Mhm.
Um, After attending high school for 4 years, I graduated. I took a little break
Okay.
from studies, and I worked for 9 months at the Ministry of Education in Belmopan as a second
Mm.
class clerk.
Okay.
Um, and then I pursued my junior college at St. John's College Junior College in
Mm.
the city. So
Yes.
there, I majored in arts, and my
Ah.
at that time you used to, you know, A levels were the thing, right? Advanced levels.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I majored in economics and history,
Mm.
um,
Mm.
because I was interested in studying law at some point.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So, coming from a poor family, that did not materialize. So
Mm. Mm.
after graduating from SGSC GC, I took up
Mhm.
employment at Social Security Board,
Mhm.
um, first as a first class clerk, and then
Mhm.
I rapidly made my way in the system to uh, senior middle manager position. I spent
Yes.
14 years at Social Security. Uh,
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
14
Wow.
years, and I serve in
Wow.
all the different districts of our country. So I work in
Okay.
Corozal, Orange Rock, Belize district, of course,
Mm-hmm.
Cayo, Stan Creek, and of
Mm-hmm.
course PG. My last posting was at the headquarters in Belmopan.
Okay.
Um, and then in 19, well, during that time, I also undertook my undergraduate studies at the
Mm.
then University College of Belize
Okay.
in the early 90s, where
Mm-hmm.
I graduated with a bachelor's of science education, sorry, a bachelor of science in business administration.
Yes.
Um, so 1998, I started my own business, a business
Mm.
consulting firm by the name of Business Information Services and Systems.
Ah.
So this company provides services to, or have been providing services. Well, now we are in our 28th year of service,
Wow.
um, and we provide services in corporate setups,
Okay.
for private and non-profit organizations, as well
Mm-hmm.
as providing support systems like accounting, systems configuration,
Oh, okay.
um, business planning, strategic
Mm.
planning,
Mm.
business training, and so
Okay.
forth. And we
Mm-hmm.
have over the years have served clients from across Belize, as well as from the US, Canada, and as far away as Europe. We have
Uh-huh.
served clients. Again,
Uh-huh.
thankful to the internet, we have been able to, while being right here in Peña Punta Gorda, offer
Mm-hmm.
a suite of professional business services to various clients across the globe. So
Mm.
that is under my company, my business firm, Business
Yes.
Information Services and
Yes.
Systems. In 2000, I pursued a master's degree in business administration with
Mm-hmm.
the University of the West Indies. Again,
Okay.
so that I could have consolidated myself in the business field and be able
Mm-hmm.
to give higher level services to our clients primarily. But also, that positioned me to think business like at all times, to think strategic, and to use my training into other initiatives that I
Okay.
pursued over the
Okay.
years. In 2005, my wife
Mm-hmm.
and I were able to acquire a prime property right at the entrance of PG,
Okay.
on the seaside.
Mm.
And we
Mm.
recognized that given the location,
Mm.
it was ripe for a nice, beautiful hotel. And
Okay.
so we invested in what is now known as Bear Suites, uh,
Okay.
which is we refer to it as a locally owned. Of course, it's locally owned. Her and
Mm-hmm.
myself own it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Luxury quality hotel,
Okay.
where we cater to guests of higher middle income
Yes. Yes.
and middle and upper income individual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have been operating that hotel from 2005 as well. And this year will see us 21 years in that business.
Mm-hmm.
So that is in terms of my early childhood, my education, and the two businesses that I and my family have been involved with over the years. Now, I am the type of person, and feel free to
Mm-hmm.
stop me or to ask any questions as we're
No,
moving.
no. Well, I was going to ask you about. You said that you know, as mom went, you would accompany her, and so you spent your early years, between among Barranco, Punta Gorda, Belize City,
Right, Belmapan at one point. Yeah.
Belmopan and Belmopan.
Yes.
Okay. So mom had tremendous influence on you?
Absolutely, absolutely. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
I am the youngest of my family, and
Ah,
I am the only boy. I'm her only son.
mm,
So you could see that for what it is, right? She
yes,
ensured
yes,
that
yes.
she nurtured me. She ensured
Mm-hmm.
that she give me the type of support that I needed as I was
Yeah.
growing up. But one thing that she was very mindful of. My other
Mm-hmm.
siblings are all females,
Okay.
and she wanted a son, and she wanted a
Ah,
son. You know, back in the days, you know, a son
yes, yes.
represents certain things, right?
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes, yes.
and so she wanted to ensure her son was a solid male that you know, he understands how to respect women and females, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time he would bring to the table what it means to bring when you're a male.
Ah,
So you
ah,
know, we have had a very solid relationship. My mom and I have had a very, very solid relationship. As a matter of fact, I do believe that
mm-hmm.
she infused the business mindset in me because she was a
Mm.
seamstress. So she
Okay,
was
okay.
self-employed all these
Mm-hmm.
years,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, sewing for different people. Um,
Yes.
and you know, she even taught me how to sew. So
Okay.
we had a family business where she would be doing the cutting and the sewing,
Ah,
and you know, I would be trimming the threads off the, you know, the sewing.
yes, yes.
Sometimes even sewing on things like zippers, affixing
Oh,
buttons, you know,
okay.
blouses and skirts and pants and that type of stuff.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and then, you know, she showed me how not only to produce these things, but also when it comes to collecting the fees from her customers, you know, what the prices were, and
Ah,
savings were a big part of her scheme of things as well.
yes.
So every amount that was earned, you know, part would go to the household, part would go to her savings in her credit union.
Mm,
And she
mm.
was very, very much a saver, and particularly in the credit union.
Very
So
good.
I believe
Very
all
good.
of these things, you know, seeing it
Mhm.
firsthand was very,
Yes.
very, you know, important, and that helped to
Mhm.
as well carve my early formative years.
But it's also sounds like you determined to settle down. So there was another person. I think you said you got married.
Correct.
Ah,
Yes, yes,
ah,
right. So, you know, my wife and I have been together since 1992.
okay.
So we have been together for quite some time, and she has been a formidable support system
Mm,
um,
mm, mm,
to
mm,
me.
mhm,
And
mhm.
when we met, she was, you know, a banker. She was working at the bank.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
and as we settled down to have a family,
Mm-hmm.
we noted that her long hours at the bank did not work well in terms of raising a young family, so to speak.
Okay.
So she left the bank and she
Mm-hmm.
joined the business firm, the business
Ah,
consultant firm, Business Information Services and Systems.
yes, yes.
At the same, that was in 2000, as I started to pursue my master's degree,
Okay.
as we recognized that I had to be away from paying the Punta Gorda for
Mm,
um,
mm.
you know, extended periods of time studying,
Yes,
um,
yes, yes, yes,
and
yes.
I needed to have somebody in the firm who could be, you know, overseeing things, and at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, she would have more time to be with the family. At that time, we had two sons. Well, we have two sons, and so she could not have to be spending too much time at the bank. She could be working on her own, My office is next to the primary school where my sons
Okay.
were attending school. So she could
Yes.
be overseeing what's going on there in terms of their education and creating that support system. So she has
Mm.
played a pivotal role
Yes.
in terms of nurturing the family, but
Mm-hmm.
also being a solid business partner. Because
Mm-hmm.
as we evolve into creating their suites, she moved from
Mm-hmm.
being the office manager at Business Information Services and Systems to now becoming the general manager at their suites.
Okay.
So she is totally in charge of running that business venture over these past 21 years.
Ah, quite a long time. No.
Indeed.
Um. Wow. You have clients from all over the world.
Correct.
So now I want to talk to you, ask you about the standard of service because I I do know, for example, that here in Belize, government has to cater to the floor, the widest possible base. So, i.e., the service at UB. If you go there, you know, it's for the broadest possible amount of persons, right? That's what it caters for. So if you're Oxford bound or Harvard bound, you know, and you want to specialize or yeah, so you'd have to maybe go to private school. So I'm trying to compare because the standard of work universally is excellence.
Mhm.
So tell me about the standard of work that you use and how you employ. Because you know, I know it's a struggle in Belize because you want to give people jobs and so on, but then again, the standard has to be there for your
Absolutely.
customers. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. So first off, and this goes to what I typically would advise young, entrepreneurs and
Mm-hmm.
professionals coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is good to go to an Ivy League school,
Mm-hmm.
to a private school,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but school is what you put into it.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you could go to the best school in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but if you do not, study and learn the concepts and be able to
Uh-huh.
apply those concepts, then
Uh-huh.
you are as good as the person who did not go to school any at all.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
going to school,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
school is not the four walls that you see when you enter a particular
Yes,
facility.
yes, 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 yes,
School is a holistic framework that provides education. And you
Mm-hmm.
would be surprised that most of the education that a person attain over the years are outside of those walls.
I got you. I got you.
Right. So,
I got you.
I was very happy. Again, um, uh, definitely going to particular schools as well. While I said that yes, it is what you put into it, the type of school will also help you to solidify, how
Mm-hmm.
things progress
Mm-hmm.
over time. And
Mm-hmm.
so it is
Mm-hmm.
what you appreciate and you accept and you delve into given where you are at a particular point in time. So I was fortunate to at that time go to one of the best junior colleges in Belize, SJCJC, right? I did not take that lightly. Coming from PG, back then to go to junior college, you would have to live in Belize City,
Right,
right?
right, right, right.
Sometimes the roads would be would not be passable, so you would have to
Yes,
catch a
yes.
boat to go to Belize City.
Yes.
Or you
Yes.
would have to sleep by a riverside during the flooding times, for example.
Ah. Ah.
You
Ah.
know, and
Ah.
then not to mention the culture shock, right? Because
Yes.
our lifestyle in the districts totally different from our lifestyle in Belize City.
Hmm.
And so all of those things, play out on a
I
person
know.
as they are pursuing higher education. I was very, very fortunate during my junior college years to be living with my uncle,
Ah.
Theodore Palacio, who was the principal of Belize Teachers College at the time.
Yes.
And he being
Yes.
a very experienced
Ah.
teacher, I had that support
Hmm.
system, right there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
my other uncle,
Hmm.
Dr. Joseph Palacio, both of them are my
Yes.
mom's siblings,
Uh-huh.
was a
Uh-huh.
resident tutor of the University of the West Indies extramural
Yes.
studies, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
my
Yes.
uncle Joe, Dr. Joe, he allowed me to use the library at the UWI Center so that I could
Yes.
study and I could be free of distractions while I was studying. So I had that type of
Mm.
support system at the junior college level. When I went to UCB, it was at the time UCB.
Right.
Well, I was
Right.
still
Right.
an adult. I,
Right.
I had to fend for myself and that type of stuff. But I was much older than the students who were attending at that time.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
knew what I wanted out of life by then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that
Mm-hmm.
was,
Mm-hmm.
again, very positive for me because I took my education very, very seriously. And so I would be the one to study. I always have a motto when you're going to school. If you want to get the best out of your school environment, sit
Mm.
in the front. Do not
Yeah, okay.
waste time in the back. In the back,
Okay.
there are a lot of distractors. And I
Mm-hmm.
still have that up to now. When I go anywhere,
Mm-hmm.
I will not sit in the back, I will sit in the front. And that is helpful because, less distractions and you are able to get as much out of the teaching that is being taught at the
Mm.
time. So again, coming back to your initial question, it is not about the walls. It is not necessarily about the school that you attend. It is what you put in is what you will get out.
Yeah. Well, you gave a good grasp of your philosophy for your businesses that you run,
Mhm.
because then you're talking without saying so about yourself, about your resilience, in how you approach and where you got your resilience, which is more than toughness. You're gung ho. You go and you make sure you come back with the goods.
Right.
So that's good. That's good. Well, young people need to sit up and take a page. And you being the brand of your business, this plural, right? You set that tone. Okay,
Correct.
so now we can move on, if you with your kind permission now, and then you can continue, where we left off.
Yeah. Sure. Um, uh, when you're, and I want to highlight that you spoke about your brand, right?
Right.
And me and my businesses are synonymous. It's
Yes.
very important that as you promote the brand, that you are consistent in what you are projecting to your customers, to your clients, to your guests,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Okay.
Um, and always remember that your name is your
Mm-hmm.
most formidable asset.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if your name is tarnished, then you are impairing your most formidable asset.
Agree.
So,
Agree.
as business people, as people who are leaders, it is important for us to always understand and remember that we cannot
Mm-hmm.
compromise, or we should not compromise our name, because that is our brand and that is the asset that will help to propel whatever initiatives we are involved with.
Ah.
Likewise, that could also contribute. If you tarnish it, then the opposite happens, right? That you basically, in terms of Creole, dog eat your supper, so to speak, right?
Dog eat your supper. Dog
So
eat your supper.
moving
Right.
along,
Uh-huh.
I also believe that to whom much is given, much is expected. Um, and I firmly believe that we should be the change we want to see. That's
Okay.
another motto that
Yes.
I have.
Yes, yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
and so, as I was juggling, a business startup,
Mm-hmm.
doing my
Mm-hmm.
master's degree,
Mm-hmm.
engaging in another business, namely Bear
Mm-hmm.
Sweets.
Mm-hmm.
I recognized that around me things were falling apart in terms of our culture, the Garifuna
Okay.
culture.
Okay.
You know, the language primarily, people were not speaking the language, could not speak the language. Our
Mm-hmm.
celebration, again, which is
Mm-hmm.
our mark as a people, was
Mm-hmm.
totally in disarray. Um, our people were no longer proud to be known and seen as Garifuna. And so, not realizing that at the same time, my mom was seeing the same thing. Now,
Oh,
while my mom was a stay-at-home mom,
right, right,
but
right,
like I
right.
said, she was also a business person because she was a seamstress at the time.
Yes.
She was making her own money, but she
Yes.
was deeply rooted in the culture. So
Okay.
every cultural activity in Peine and
Mm-hmm.
also in her hometown of Barranco, because my mom is originally from Barranco. My
Okay.
dad is from Punta Gorda. And when
Okay.
they got together, she moved to PG to be
Mm-hmm.
with my dad and then, of course, to raise the family.
Right.
But my mom has been deeply rooted in the Garifuna culture, very, very active. In fact, as a seamstress, a lot of people would go to her to sew their Garifuna outfits. Before the
Yes.
19th of November celebrations, for example,
Sure. Sure.
or for a degul, for example, or for a
Yes.
Garifuna mass and that type of thing. So she was
Right.
very busy sewing
Mm-hmm.
Garifuna cultural outfits. Um,
Yes.
so she was seeing the same thing that I was seeing. And so I
Mm-hmm.
remember, there was this morning that she came from Mass. She was also an avid churchgoer, being a Catholic. So she came from Mass this morning, and typically we would have breakfast together before
Uh-huh.
I would head to my office. And
Yes.
then she would settle down to do her housework and her sewing and that type of stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And we
Yes.
both started to lament about the deterioration that we're seeing in our culture, and in particular, our 19th of November celebrations in Peine, PG.
Right.
And it was so much so that it was embarrassing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When we look at the 19th, so when I was growing up,
Uh-huh.
November, no, when I was growing up, November was a very active month for Garifuna
Activities.
culture. From the
Yes.
first day of November, there would be
Okay.
activities in PG every
Mm-hmm.
night, right? There
Yes.
would be
Yes.
drumming, singing. Of course, there would be the Queen contest at some
Mm.
point. There would be some activity at the Civic Center or at the
Mm-hmm.
Central Park that
Mm-hmm.
was Garifuna related. And then,
Yes.
of course, on the 18th night, well, it would be all night drumming, and festivities. Garifuna
Right.
food would be available. And then, of course, the
Mm-hmm.
19th day, well, the Urume early in the
Yes.
morning, and then the parade to the church.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the official ceremonies at the park, and then the entire day there would be festivities with a lot of drumming and singing and merrymaking, and Garifuna
Right.
food would be available free of cost,
Right.
right? To visitors and everybody who were around. Well, all of those things were disappearing towards the late
Yes.
90s,
Mm.
1990s, and into early 2000s, right? So much so
Right.
that
Right. Right.
the Euromay on 19th morning was a catastrophe.
Mm. Mm.
The parade, well, pretty much the same. The mask,
Yes.
well, we try to hold on, but the singing would be outrageous. Um, so things were falling apart around
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
Dangriga remained vibrant. A lot of young people now were going
Uh-huh.
away from PG to celebrate 19 in Dangriga primarily,
I
um,
see.
and in
I see.
Hopkins. And so 19th day of November was pretty much just like an ordinary day in PG
Mm.
for a few years. So
Okay.
she said to me, she looked me in there and she said, we need to do something about this. It cannot be
Uh-huh.
that we are calling ourselves Garifuna and we are
Uh-huh.
Garinagu and we are
Mm-hmm.
allowing this deterioration to happen right in front of our eyes. Our
Yes.
ancestors are definitely rolling over in their graves,
Mm-hmm.
recognizing that's this significant deterioration in our culture here in Peñi Punta Gorda. So I looked at her and I said, yes, yes, indeed, indeed, ma. I totally agree with you.
Mm.
Um, at that time, she was about around in her late 70s.
Okay.
So I recognized that while she was saying that we need to do something, she was actually telling me that you need to do something.
Right.
I being the
Right.
younger
Right.
of both of
Right.
us. Um, uh, and so I told her, don't worry, we will. I will speak to, some of my friends, my relatives,
Mhm.
our relatives, and we will do something. And that started the discussion related to the Battle of the Drums.
Okay.
So the Battle of the Drums actually is a response to the significant deterioration that we saw in the Garifuna culture back in the early 2000s. And this conversation that my mom and I were having was in 2005.
Okay.
And so I got together with my close friends and family members, particularly my brother Luke Palacio, my
Right.
brother deceased now, Simon Martin Paulino, and a few other people. And,
Yes. Yes.
we started to discuss how this response should be to arrest this deterioration that we are seeing in our culture here in PG. Two things came up very, very quickly that this response had to, one, be structured in its approach,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
in that structure, we
Mm-hmm.
should approach it in a way that we will pursue certain outcomes.
Yes.
Secondly,
Yes.
we were aware that every year, what
Mm-hmm.
was then known as the Garifuna Settlement Day Committee, or a group of people who were seeking to lead the celebrations in particular, were always moving around asking for donations for celebrations.
Right.
So the second part of our response, we recognize we had to infuse a level of financial self-sustainability into
Yeah.
our operations.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so the Battle of the Drums then refers to one, an annual Garifuna drumming competition and show, which is actually a fundraiser. So there is where the financial self-sustainability comes in. And the
Gotcha.
Battle of the Drums also refer to our Garifuna cultural retrieval preservation initiatives. And we pursue the Garifuna cultural retrieval and preservation initiatives and the three main strategic objectives. Recall I said that we recognize we have to be structured.
Yes.
So the first strategic objective is the Garifuna language retrieval.
Yes.
Strategic
Yes.
objective. The second is Garifuna drumming, singing, dance strategic objective. And the third is Garifuna community support. So under those three main pillars, we pursue what is overall referred to as our Garifuna Cultural Retrieval and Preservation Initiative. We maintain the annual Garifuna drumming competition and show. Initially, and remember that's a fundraiser, we are raising funds so that we could infuse into our cultural activities, initiatives.
To be sustainable, right.
They could be sustainable, right. We initially started with a drumming competition and show that was only local, meaning drummers from Peine Punta Gorda only. That was in 2006.
Yeah, let me interrupt you before you get into some details. Just to be clear on the timeline. Your mother and you had this discussion. Then you went into brainstorming phase with your colleagues. At the beginning of 2005, this process started. Were you aware of this UNESCO? The guys keep referring to the
UNESCO declaration.
Were you aware? Because
absolutely.
the timing.
Absolutely. Remember that the declaration was in 2001, right?
Yes.
And you are referring to the UNESCO declaration where the Garifuna language, music, and dance was declared as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Also referred to as a World Heritage Culture. Yes. So that was in 2001.
Yes.
Now here we are in 2005. Right?
Yes.
Pretty much. While that declaration was not necessarily pivotal in our understanding as to where we are going.
Yes, right? Your calculus. Yes.
It was parallel, right? So yes, that declaration was there, but we were thinking the same in 2005 without even recognizing that, hey, we really have this declaration that we can seek to, see how we could take and maximize the advantages of, no?
Yes. So now, Battle of the Drums is your flagship.
Correct.
Your banner.
Yes.
Right? And like you said, it's there for sustainability. But really, you are there about retrieving language, drumming, singing, dance. And then this third arm, is that what? Community?
Garifuna community support. So how can we, as opposed to waiting for others to help us to pursue our Garifuna cultural retrieval, how can we help ourselves?
Okay.
So there is where some of the fundraising that we do are infused into any other initiative or activity that others would be holding, to help them to support their activities. So, for example, we have been supporting the National Garifuna Council every year in our annual 19th-day festivities, right? We allocate a part of our budget towards that celebration. We have also given donations to groups like drumming groups and singing groups and Wanaraga groups. Anybody who is pursuing Garifuna, upkeeping the Garifuna culture, we help seek to assist. And that is where the Garifuna community support comes in. Yeah, and that's the third pillar of our Garifuna cultural retrieval and preservation initiative.
Okay.
Right. So
you can continue. Yeah.
Okay, great. So coming back to the competition and show, we started
Uh-huh.
out with
Uh-huh.
a local competition, drumming competition in 2006. In
Yes.
2007, we went national. So we invited drumming groups from across Belize. Right?
Mm.
There is where groups from Dangriga started to come in and from other parts of the country.
Mm.
Then in 2008, we went international. So we invited groups from Livingston, Guatemala, and from Honduras.
Is that right?
Yes. So that is how
Ah,
the Battle of the Drum became an international festival, Garifuna Drumming Festival.
yes.
Um, so we always seek to be responsive to what we believe our audience would like to see. But more than that, we seek to be inclusive as well. Remember, as a people, we are without borders, as a people, right?
Well, I mean, that is so magnificent
Absolutely.
because you are realizing, right, um, the nationhood,
Correct.
the Garifuna nation, which is spread across 5 countries or so.
Right.
Which is yes, wow, wow. So okay, so you have a way. I didn't know from 2008, Battle of the Drums was international.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay, go ahead, go ahead,
Yes.
go ahead, go ahead,
So we
go ahead.
invited our brothers and sisters to join us
Mm-hmm.
from Guatemala
Mm-hmm.
and from Honduras, you know,
Yes,
to come and not
yes.
only celebrate with us during that
Mm-hmm.
competition and show, but to showcase themselves and to show
Okay.
them that we are inclusive. We are one people, right? So
Right,
while it is
right,
that we are
right.
promoting a competition, while it is we are promoting a show, while it is that we are seeking to raise funds, we are also giving them exposure into
Yes,
what we can do as a people if we come
yes,
together, right? And
yes.
we do not claim monopoly to this. They could also seek to do that in Guatemala if they so desire, or in Honduras if they so desire, right? Or as in Belize, well, we are the main ones doing
Right.
it.
Either
So,
that, either that, or you expand the vision and take it over and take it overseas.
exactly. Well, that too, right? That too. Um, so moving along now, coming back to the initiative, which is very
Mhm.
important. That's paramount, right?
Yes, yes,
Because we should not only be known to be a people who know how to drum and sing and dance.
okay,
We
okay.
should be known to be a people that has a formidable culture, that has
Mhm.
its own language, that has its own music, that has its
Mhm.
own dress, that has its own food, that has
Yes.
its own way of life.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
what we should holistically be promoting. And we should not
Right.
take that for granted, right?
Mhm.
That's the
Mhm.
reason for pursuing retrieval. And as we are
Right.
retrieving, we are preserving,
Yes,
right?
yes, 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 yes.
So in 2008, under our Cultural Retrieval and Preservation Initiative, we started the annual Primary Schools Garifuna Translation Contest. This is
Mhm.
a contest that sees the participation now of 10 primary schools across 5 Garifuna communities. Every year, annually, we hold this competition. And
Mhm.
during this competition, the participants are given words, phrases, sentences, commands, and
Mhm.
so forth in standard English, and they translate it into Garifuna. Of course, they are
Mhm.
given a study guide, and they come to the competition or to the contest to compete, and this is part of Garifuna language retrieval under that pillar. Okay.
So as you are expanding, your management structure is expanding as well, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, okay.
Because we started to recognize from very early
Mhm.
that what we were seeing in Peine, Punta Gorda,
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
also what was happening in other Garifuna communities.
Mm-hmm.
So we could not be selfish about what we were doing in PG, seeing that we are one people. So how
Yes,
can we, bring in
yes,
our other communities because they are experiencing some of the same things that we are experiencing.
yes, yes,
And at the
yes.
end of the day, we want to have a good impact in terms of the retrieval and preservation of our culture. So we started the primary schools Garifuna Translation Contest in
Ah,
2008.
yes, yes.
And then every year thereafter, almost, we were doing another initiative. So that same year, we started our Garifuna language drumming singing after school program
After school
in
program. Okay.
PG. Right. And that was a program where on Saturdays, we would
Mm-hmm.
invite our school children to come to
Mm-hmm.
classes, right? Every Saturday. And we taught them
Right.
language, drumming, singing, and of course, dance. And that would happen throughout the school year. So while they would
Yeah.
go to school Monday to Friday at their whatever school they were attending, on Saturdays, they would come to a classroom setting again, but specifically to be taught different aspects of the Garifuna culture.
So the question again is, your volunteer staff is growing.
That's
It's a
volunteer. That's totally volunteer staff. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
we brought in other individuals from within the community
Mm-hmm.
who could have helped us to do this.
Okay.
In 2009,
Mm-hmm.
we started our annual Battle of the Drum Summer Camp. This is a
Mm-hmm.
camp where the participants are immersed into different aspects of the Garifuna culture. We have
Yes.
been holding this camp for the past 17 years. As a matter
Mm-hmm.
of fact, last week was
Mm-hmm.
we held the camp for 2026.
Okay.
And even during the pandemic years,
Mm-hmm.
we held the summer camp, and during those 2 years, 2020 and 2021, we transitioned into a virtual camp.
Yes.
That allowed participants not only from PG to attend,
Mm-hmm.
but from
Mm-hmm.
worldwide. We had participants from as far away as Alaska in the US
Wow.
to attend our
Wow.
summer camp. Yes, we had some from
Wow.
California as well. And then,
Very
of
good.
course, from Corozal, I remember Libertad. From I remember as well from Belize River Valley, we had some participants, and
Wow.
during those COVID years. So we have been
Mm-hmm.
having our summer camp from 2009, and this
Yes.
year
Yes.
was our 17th year.
Very good. Very good.
In 2010, again,
Mm-hmm.
seeking so how we can infuse a little bit more financial self-sustainability, we started what is referred to as the Battle of the Drums Food and Fete. This is, we wanted to, again, as well, broaden the festivities when we are having the Battle of the Drums
Uh-huh.
weekend, right? So we wanted to turn it into a weekend of activities. So
Okay.
Friday is when we have the Battle of the Drums Food and Fete. That is a Garifuna gala where we showcase Garifuna cuisine and Paranda music. So that's the Friday night. So people come all dressed up. It's really a classy event. The ambience is like, for a banquet. All Garifuna theme. People come, they sit at their table. They are served by different waiters and waitresses. They
Yes. Yes.
are
Wow.
treated
Wow.
a
Wow.
full course Garifuna meal.
Okay.
And after
Okay.
that, we infuse different activities like awards into the event.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
and our Garifuna Song Competition awards as well. And
Mm-hmm.
then they're treated to a Paranda concert to wrap up the night.
Wow.
And then the
Okay.
following day is where we have the annual Battle of the Drums competition and show,
I see. I see.
right?
I see.
So when people think about the Battle of the Drums, they know they could come for a weekend. Friday, they'll be attending an event. Saturday, they will be attending a different event. But all of
Right.
Garifuna vibes and Garifuna related. So we started
Mm-hmm.
that Food and Fete in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
2010 as well, we recognized that there was a section of our population that we hardly interacted with. And these were our women that were over 45, 50, 60 years of age, and they wanted to contribute. So we started
Okay.
what we refer to as Miss Yurume contest.
I see. I see.
Miss Yurume contest is a
Mhm.
contest for older women,
Uh-huh.
where they showcase different talents that they would have, right?
Yes,
And then,
yes.
they are awarded prizes. We were able to hold
Okay.
that contest from 2010 to 2015. And 2015, we went national.
I
So it
see.
wasn't
I
only a
see.
local contest, it became a
Uh-huh.
national contest where we now had contestants from Belize City, Dangriga, Hopkins, Saint Bite, Georgetown, Barranco, playing in Punta Gorda.
Soon it may be international.
Soon it may be
Yeah.
international.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we put a pause on it for
Uh-huh.
various reasons,
Okay. Okay.
including logistical reasons. But we're
Mm.
only putting a pause. It's not totally
Yes.
canceled.
Yes. 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 Yes.
In 2011, we
Uh-huh.
targeted another section of our Garifuna community, and
Okay.
then we started the high schools Battle of the Drums.
Oh.
So
Okay.
this competition is structured off the senior annual Battle of the Drums competition and show,
Yeah.
but
Yes. Yes.
particularly for the high schools.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2011, we started that, and this has seen participations from schools, including from Toledo, the Stan Creek district, and the Belize district, primarily.
Describe the types of music again in the Battle of the Drums. Maybe you said it earlier, but can you repeat?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So the Battle of the Drums is a Garifuna drumming competition and show, and the drumming groups, they play 5 different types of drumming in the
Mm-hmm.
competition.
Mm-hmm.
So the competition is divided into 2 rounds. The first round, where they drum a combination of punta, hugu, and paranda in any
Mm-hmm.
order that they so choose.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there are judging criteria for that.
Mm-hmm.
And the second round is where they drum wanaragua and chumba,
Yeah. Okay.
right? So those are the 5 different types of drumming. Um,
Okay.
uh, this year, the competition will evolve into
Mm-hmm.
another format, but I will be talking about that as we move along in the upcoming months. Again,
Okay.
we always want to be responsive to the needs of the participants, but as well
Mm-hmm.
to what our audience would like to see,
Yeah.
while at the same time remaining very rooted and deeply rooted in the culture. So
Gotcha.
those are the different type of drumming, and we are now have we since 2011 we have had it at the
Mm-hmm.
high schools level.
Gotcha.
Interestingly, about the high schools,
Mm-hmm.
while the Garifuna culture has been entrenched in the Toledo and the Stan Creek district, we know
Uh-huh.
that the culture has seen significant challenges in the Belize district and particularly in Belize City.
Okay.
Well, our high schools Battle of the Drums have helped the high schools to integrate the Garifuna culture into the school system
Is
and
that
be
right?
well accepted and appreciated. So much so that we have over 6 high schools from out of the city being a part of the high schools Battle of the Drums.
Formally in the curriculum or just
Well, remember that it's a
uh,
competition and show, right?
uh,
So it's not integrated into the curriculum, but
uh,
they have drumming groups for all these schools. For each of the schools, they have their drumming
okay.
groups, and they
Okay.
practice so that they can participate in the high schools Battle of the Drums annually.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
that's a big accomplishment.
Sure.
Um, uh,
Sure. Sure.
Particularly thinking back about the 60s and the 70s when our
Yes.
people
Yes.
were
Yes.
ostracized in the city, and
That's
now
true. That's true. That's true.
it's well accepted in the high school system.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you
So
hadn't used the concept, but there's a Garifuna pride. There's a lot of
that is
Garifuna
correct,
pride.
exactly. And we are happy to be the proponents of Garifuna Pride.
Yes, 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 yes.
Moving along,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
2011, we also started, and we continued that until 2015, what we refer to as the Paul Nabor birthday concert. Now,
Ah,
remember, Paul Nabor was
uh-huh.
one of our primary parandero, and we have many of them
Yes, yes,
coming
yes.
from Danriga, of course.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
Paul
mm-hmm.
Nabor helped to take our Garifuna music to the highest pinnacle of world music recognition, along with Andy Palacio, Aurelio Martinez, and the Garifuna Collective.
That is true.
We recognized in 2010 that we almost lost Paul Nabor because he got ill.
Mm-hmm.
And being from Peine, Punta Gorda, and Battle of the Drums being from here, we said, you know what? We need to be able to recognize our people while they are still
Mm-hmm.
living.
Yes.
So we organized and
Mm-hmm.
promoted the Paul birthday concert. His birthday is in January. And
Right.
so we decided that let us have a birthday party for Paul. And, we invite people to come to our concert. We give him prizes. We, get somebody to make a big birthday cake for him. And it turned out into a paranda concert of significant proportions. People came from all over to enjoy his birthday with him for those 5 years that we were able to stage that.
Oh, oh, nice, so
In
nice, so
addition
nice.
to that, we
Ah,
negotiated with the then government of the day to offer and give to Palabur a monthly pension of $500. He
oh,
is
you,
one of the only
wow.
artists in this country who have been
Uh-huh.
able to benefit from such an initiative. And that was
Man, man.
negotiated by the Battle of the Drums.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah.
That
So
that is a major accomplishment. But that's all the way down at 2011. What I mean, you didn't say, but it's in the back of my mind that you are related to Andy P, who already passed by 2011. He had passed almost, a few years, but and you mentioned him just now in passing. So your relationship with Andy P.
yes, and thanks for asking. A lot of people, a lot of people say we resemble each other. So Andy Palacio is my cousin from my mom's side. My mom
Yes,
is
yes,
Palacio, married Avila.
yes.
My mom and Andy Palacio's dad are second cousins.
Okay.
So Andy Palacio would be my third cousin.
There you go. There you
And we
go.
were very close. We were good friends.
Yes.
Whenever we are anywhere, if we are in Belize City or in Dangri or in PG, wherever, we would definitely make sure we seek each other out and hang out a little bit. And he was actually a catalyst to the Battle of the Drums initiative as well. Because as he was finalizing the Watina album, back in 2006.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
was one of the first to listen to that album
Uh-huh.
before it was even produced. So again, when I told him about what we were talking about in terms of our Battle of the Drums initiative,
Yes,
he
yes.
was very supportive. And he right away he said, "You know what, Darius, you need to speak to Josh Arana." That was the first time that I
Yes,
heard
yes.
that name. I did not know Josh at that time. And
Yes,
he
yes.
linked us up. And
Yes.
Josh, of course, became a formidable part of the initial Battle of the Drums initiative. He's very supportive still. But yes, Andy has been, a main force behind
I,
our formative years at the Battle of the Drums.
I'm quite aware because the names you have mentioned, yes, I've been in that circle. You mentioned Dr. Ted from
Yes.
Teachers College. I mean,
Mhm.
brother, he's not doctor, but he was the principal,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And he started the gamery. And
Correct.
many of us were there.
You are a
And then
part of that.
Yes, I was. I was. Yes. Then you mentioned doctor from UWI,
Joe, right.
Dr. Joe.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. And yeah, there were many of us who were in Belize City with yourself. And
Correct.
I and still am very close with Raf. And
Yes.
yes, and a few of our guys have gone to be with the Lord. But man, Tony Enriquez, oh man, that was my chummy buddy, man. But anyway, you have to continue your story.
Yes.
Yeah,
Moving
yeah,
along now, we're at 2012.
yeah.
So from 2006 to 2011, we have been doing all of these different things under the banner of the Battle of the Drums, and
Yeah.
mainly to pursue Garifuna cultural retrieval and preservation. Um, but we were not a formal entity. And we
Okay.
recognize that for anybody to start to take you serious, we need to formalize, right? We also believe in being structured. And so we decided that let us formalize under the banner of a not for profit entity, a limited liability
Uh,
company,
uh-huh.
which would have the effect of separating our assets and liabilities,
Mm-hmm.
right? Protecting the organizational assets and liabilities,
Yes,
while
yes.
at the same time be formally constituted so that as we reach out to donors and sponsors and any
Right,
other support system, we would have the type of legal structure that would
right.
be acceptable to these third parties, so to speak.
Yes, 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 yes.
So we formalized in 2012 as a
Mm-hmm.
not-for-profit entity in Belize, giving us legal status of a limited liability company.
Gotcha, gotcha.
In that same year, we wanted to pursue Garifuna language a little bit more.
Mm.
Uh, that being the weakest link. Drumming is strong, singing is strong. The Battle of the Drums competition and show going really nicely. Language very weak.
Mm-hmm.
So we started to speak with the management of the largest primary school in Peine, Punta Gorda, to ask
Okay.
them their permission for us to start a Garifuna language in schools program in the school. At the time, the school population was still largely Garifuna.
Yes.
That was back in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, the manager was Garifuna. It was strategic. And again, any initiative, always think strategy and being strategic and look at who the allies can be, who can be in
Yes,
your
yes, yes.
corner. And this was right for that time. The
Okay.
manager was
Okay.
Garifuna. The principal was Garifuna. The manager of the district education center was also Garifuna.
Wow.
So we pushed the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Mm-hmm.
put together a nice package. Mr. Fabian Cayetano was our first coordinator of this program.
I see.
We structured the program, presented it to these managers. They accepted
Mm-hmm.
it, and we started the teaching of the Garifuna language at the largest primary school in Peine, being St. Peter Claver School. And we also brought in St. Joseph School from Barranco.
Ah.
Bearing in mind that from 2008, we have been having the annual primary school Garifuna translation contest as well.
Yes.
So while it
Yes.
is that we are now bringing in language into the curriculum of the school, these two schools in particular, we
Mm-hmm.
also were involved in other schools, but only at the Garifuna translation contest level, right? So that was in 2012.
Right. Right. Right.
In 2016,
Mm-hmm.
I told you that, remember we had the Miss Garifuna contest,
Right.
Miss Europe
Yes. Yes.
for older women. We went national in 2016. We
Right.
continued that until 2019.
Uh-huh.
When pass, we'll bring it back. Again, thinking about how can we sustain our initiative financially, right?
Uh-huh.
We're not having
Uh-huh.
to depend a whole lot on others.
Right.
To the extent that we can show others that we are seeking to help themselves, they will also come on board to help us. Right?
Yes.
We
Yes.
decided to roll out the Garifuna Music Festival. So
Really?
that was in 2016. The Garifuna Music Festival is a structured concert that
Uh-huh.
showcases five genre of Garifuna music. And that festival happens immediately after the annual Battle of the Drums
I
competition
see.
and show. So
I
the
see. I
annual
see.
Battle of the Drums starts like 7:30 in the night and goes for like
Ah.
10:30, 11:30.
Uh-huh.
And immediately after, we go into the festival, which is a structured concert. And it goes until 6 a.m. And there is where we captured the term Bolaruga, Garifuna
Well,
Music Festival.
till it red, till a
Till
man.
when? Right, right.
Now the festival is for professional musicians.
Exactly. So the
Okay.
festival for professional musicians. So we have a suite of professional musicians who come on and
Okay.
they do different performance. It has to be their original music,
All right. All right.
right? So
Mhm.
their original music. Again, we're promoting original works. Their original music,
Okay.
and they
Okay.
have to play these five genre of music. So you will not come and hear punta rock all night.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
have to play paranda, punta,
Yes.
hugunugu, gunjai, and of
Yes.
course punta rock.
Ah. Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah, but at least there's that diversity so
Right.
that people can expect, well, I want to go. I go in for the section or the segment that is paranda because that's what I like.
Yes.
And then somebody who likes punta rock, well, yes, there will be that segment that comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So 2016 we started that.
Right.
So when you get into the building at 7 in the evening, you can
Mm-hmm.
choose to be there until 6 a.m. the following morning. Almost uh, 11, 12-hour shingding, so to speak.
Yeah. Yes. Indeed. 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 Indeed.
Yeah. In
Yes.
2017, we
Ah.
recognize that, and we remember, you just asked me about Andy Palacio.
Yes.
Who was the
Yes.
person who took our music to the highest level of world music recognition? Andy
That's him.
Palacio.
That's him. That's him.
Where did Andy Palacio come from? Barranco.
Barranco. Right. Right. Right.
Where did Aurela Martinez come from? Honduras. Where
Honduras.
did
Right.
Pan Lapro come from? Peine
PG.
Punta Gorda.
Yes. Yes.
Where
Yes.
are where did the members of the collective come from? From all different parts of the Garifuna
All over. All over.
nation, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Indeed. Indeed.
So if these men could have come right from these communities, it means that we have more in our communities that can do likewise.
I agree. I
And it
agree.
is only for us to create the environment to enable them to once
Yes.
again take this music back to world music recognition. And so we
Yes.
established the Belize Garifuna Song Competition
Mm.
in 2017. That is a competition where we encourage the musicians to produce quality Garifuna music, but all original works.
Now, when you say music in totality, you
Mhm.
also you also you also not the music itself as well as the genre, the words.
Right, exactly.
Ah,
So the words have to be, when we say quality Garifuna music, that means something, right? Quality means that the lyrics will be
the
only in
lyrics.
Garifuna, only in the Garifuna language,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Properly articulated, because we know that some of our musicians like to butcher our Garifuna words when they're singing, right? So the
Yes,
music, the lyrics, sorry, they have to be in the Garifuna language.
yes, yes, yes,
And to
yes.
ensure that they understand what they are singing, their submission have to also include the lyrics properly written. So if the musician cannot do that, he needs to go to one of our, teachers in our school system to help them to put it together. Right? So the lyrics have to be in the Garifuna language. The music can be in any of 5 genres: punta, paranda, hugo, gunjai, or punta rock, and or they could do a mix, which we call a multi-genre
Very good.
production.
Very good. Very good.
The lyrics as well cannot defame or cannot be vulgar in its intent or in its presentation. Right? So all of those things mean quality to us. Again, quality means that your song should be telling a story. Just like our old Garifuna songs. Our old Garifuna songs are about either giving advice, relating a story, telling about some sad situation that transpired, or some joyous situation that transpired, maybe relating to what we're experiencing as Garifuna people, and things like that. So it should not be where, the song is comprised of only 3 or 4 words, and that is what is repeated through 3 minutes.
Well, you know what? In a nutshell, you want them to raise their levels.
Exactly.
Yes. So here's the standard.
Raise the standard. Why? Because we want to go back to that high level recognition that our music is known for.
Yes.
Belizean music, Garifuna music is the only Belizean music that has gone to that standard. And we could take it back. But we need to be enablers, right? So that is what we seek to do under the Belize Garifuna Song Competition. So we have been having this competition since 2017.
Okay.
We took a pause during the pandemic years, and then we continued. And so much so that we have over 50 original Garifuna songs in our library under this competition now. Right? And I'll tell you how we are taking this competition under another initiative that we started just this year. But we are just at 2017, we're going into 2020. So in 2020, the Battle of the Drums have been around for 15 years.
Yeah.
We decided that, again, always thinking strategic, always thinking how we can be financially sustainable, always thinking how we could be responsive to our audience, our market.
Yes.
We decided to do a rebranding of the organization, of the entity, of our initiative. And under that rebranding, we did 2 main things. One, we changed our logo. So our initial logo was comprised of 5 Garifuna drums with a flame. And then we rebranded to change the logo to 2 persons seated and drumming.
Yes.
And obviously enjoying a drumming segment. Along with our colors and what have you. The second thing we did was thinking financial sustainability, we opened the first Battle of the Drums online store.
Okay.
In that store, we sold different types of paraphernalia, Garifuna and Battle of the Drums paraphernalia, again, with the view to generate funding to infuse into our Garifuna Cultural Retrieval and Preservation Initiative.
Okay. What's the address for that store?
So I don't have it right off, but if you Google Battle of the Drums online store, it will bring it. It will bring it up right off. We are in the pursuing additional effort to revamp the store as I speak. So maybe as well it may be done,
A little
but
bit.
the
Okay.
idea is that we will continue the store because we have seen where we are able to generate some funds from that store, which we use into our different initiative under the various strategic objectives.
Yes, yes, yes. Indeed, indeed.
Moving along, in 2021 as well, no, that would be right after our rebranding. We decided that, remember in 2012, we had incorporated an our company in Belize.
Yes.
In 2021, we decided that we wanted to register in the United States.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
we registered as what is referred to as a 501c3 organization in the United States. That is a not-for-profit entity. And that was to allow us to interact with different donors out of the United States, but as
Gotcha.
well so that we can open our markets into the United States and be
Very good.
legal in doing so.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
So that is in 2021. We are yet to realize significant benefits from that formation, but the structure is there, the status is there,
Gotcha.
and we can continue to push different initiatives under that umbrella. As a matter of fact, one of the initiatives that we have pushed, which I will talk about very, very shortly, is associated to that legal structure and registration in the US. Well, we're almost at the end, Brother Percy. So
Go ahead.
2024, we got the approval for the teaching of the Garifuna language in 8 primary schools across southern Belize. Now remember, in 2012, we started a Garifuna language in schools program in Peine, where we taught the language in 2 schools.
Right.
Well, again, being inclusive, in 2022, I approached the then president of the National Garifuna Council, Mr. Andrew Mick Castillo. So encourage him for us to collaborate, the NGC and the Battle of the Drums, to pursue in a wider area the teaching of the Garifuna language. And we signed an MOU
with NGC?
With NGC, the Battle of the Drums and NGC.
Gotcha.
The MOU was designed for a structured approach to Garifuna language retrieval across all our Garifuna communities.
Gotcha.
We established what we refer to as the Garifuna Language Commission, and their first task was to develop a strategic plan that would inform how the initiative would be pursued. And under that plan, one of their first area of work was to pursue the Garifuna Language in Schools program in 8 primary schools across southern Belize. In putting that program together, believing that we need to be structured in our approach at all times,
right,
the commission developed a customized Garifuna curriculum for the teaching of the program. The commission also developed a professional development plan. While the curriculum would be used to teach the language, the professional development plan is used to inform the capacity building of the teachers who will be teaching the program.
I see. I.e. training.
Right, correct. Armed with those 2, we approached the Ministry of Education in 2023 to approve the teaching of the language in 8 schools, namely St. Joseph in Barranco, St. Peter Claver in PG,
Mm-hmm.
St. Alphonsus in St. Bite, Richard Quinn in Georgetown, Holy Family in Hopkins Village.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
uh, of course, Gulisi Primary School was always there, but we brought them under that umbrella as well. Sacred Heart Primary School in Dangriga, and as well Holy Ghost Primary School in Dangriga.
Now, this is written into education policy.
Absolutely.
Very good.
So
Very
in
good.
2024, the
Mm-hmm.
Ministry of Education approved the program,
Very good. Very good. Very
okay,
good. Very good.
signed off by the CEO of the
Mm-hmm.
ministry.
Very
Um,
good.
uh,
Very good. Very good.
and we have been teaching the language since
Mm-hmm.
2024.
Mm-hmm.
Last year in 2025, we
Mm-hmm.
brought in two more schools, Airport Methodist from Dangriga and Christ the
Ah,
King Anglican as well from Dangriga. So now we have 10 schools under this umbrella where the
ah,
teaching of the Garifuna language is integrated into the overall curriculum of these schools. So it is a must that these schools are teaching the language, the Garifuna language, every
right.
day as part
Right.
of the curriculum.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
So that's an initiative, a
Mm-hmm.
joint initiative between the Battle of the Drums and the National Garifuna Council.
Mm-hmm.
Again, talking
Mm-hmm.
about how we can work together as different organizations to achieve a wider objective that is
Indeed.
beneficial to our culture across the board.
Indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
In 2024, as well,
Mm-hmm.
again,
Mm-hmm.
working
Mm-hmm.
with the primary schools, we roll
Mm-hmm.
out the first ever primary schools Battle of the Drums.
Ah.
So now we do not only have the Battle of the Drums competition at the adult
Mhm,
level, we have it at the
mhm,
high school level, and we now
mhm.
have it at the primary school level.
Very good. Very good.
So we are now integrating continuity
Yeah.
into the competition and show, right? Where they
Yes.
start at primary school now. As they proceed to high school, there is a opportunity for them to continue in the competition. And then as they become young adults, they are in the adult competition.
But it also increases sales with the drums making.
Well, of course. So that's an offshoot, right?
I'll shoot. I'll shoot.
Everybody in the drumming, making drums, well,
Yeah.
they could sell some more drums.
Yes.
Anybody making shaka, they could sell more shaka. Anybody now, if you notice, all our
Mhm.
drumming groups are well attired. They
Well, I
dress
tell
up
you.
well. People who are in the who are seamstresses and tailors, you
Yes,
know,
yes, yes,
that's
yes.
another offshoot and
Very
benefit
good.
that comes to
Yes, yes.
these people. So
Yes,
that's
indeed.
2024.
Mhm.
And as we wrap up our initiative and what we have been doing, Brother Percy, this year,
Mhm.
coming out of the Garifuna Song Competition, we recognize that we have 50 original works, original
Okay.
Garifuna, new Garifuna songs in our library.
Okay.
Now,
Uh-huh.
remember that the idea behind this is to encourage our musicians to create quality Garifuna music.
Very good.
So, what other step can we take with these musicians while we are encouraging them while they continue to create? We decided at the Battle of the Drums
Mhm.
to form a music publishing company.
Right.
So a music publishing company, because
Mhm.
we are registered in the US as a 501c3, we were
Yes,
able
yes.
to also register a music publishing company in the US. Now, the importance of a music publishing company is that that company can publish music, right? So the business of music is a specific type of industry,
Yes,
and
indeed.
it has to
Indeed.
be structured differently. It's not
Mhm.
like a not-for-profit entity.
Mhm.
But because we wanted to create more opportunities for our musicians, and so that we do not have to depend on another entity or somebody
Mhm.
else who might not
Mhm.
have the same type of thinking about what we would like to do, and who would
Mm-hmm.
not want to be opportunist, or who perhaps would only be thinking opportunistically about what they
Mm-hmm.
like to do. We have created this music publishing company. The
Yes.
idea is that out of the Garifuna song competition, we
Mm-hmm.
can use those songs to publish them, thereby monetizing the songs,
Yes. Yes.
not
Yes.
only for the artists, but for
Mm-hmm.
their beneficiaries. At the same time, because we have set up the framework,
Right.
it creates a level of income stream that we could use to bring out
Mm-hmm.
other artists and to help them in their music journey.
Right. 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 Right.
So the the first initiative out of this music publishing company was to
Mm-hmm.
launch a music album, which we did earlier this year in April at the Beats
Right.
Institute in Belize City. You may have seen that.
Right.
And
Okay.
on this album, we have 9 original Garifuna songs. Again,
Mm-hmm.
the songs are streamed over 20 different streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have Spotify or Amazon Music or any of these streaming platforms, you can go on those and search for Hamalali
Wow.
Wanigu album,
Mm-hmm.
and it will pop up.
Okay.
And you will be able to stream these songs. And remember, the benefit here is that this has monetized these songs now, so
Yes.
that the musician and their beneficiaries can be financially benefiting in perpetuity. And in
Mm-hmm.
addition to that, this has caused their music to be rights protected, and that the benefits will accrue forever. So anybody who would want to use this music,
Mm-hmm.
who are not these artists or who have not been given the permission, will have
Right.
to pay these artists for the use of their original work.
Mm.
Again, we have had artists over the years who have been creating beautiful music. People end
Yes.
up using it, making money out there, and no benefit have come to the artist. So, under this music publishing company framework, we
Mm-hmm.
have now we have now created the framework to enable artists to protect their music and to financially benefit from their music.
How nice. How nice.
So between 2006 and
Mm-hmm.
2026, you notice we have been very
Mm-hmm.
busy. Almost
Yes.
year we have been, putting in place some framework, some mechanism, some
Mm-hmm.
program,
Mm-hmm.
so that again they align one or the other to either our Garifuna language retrieval or our Garifuna music singing dance retrieval. And as we continue, we are supporting through our Garifuna community support different initiatives from different individuals and organizations as they seek to promote the Garifuna culture.
My brother, that's like you said, from 2005, you brainstorm around that
Right.
kitchen table,
Mm-hmm.
and we are at 2026.
Correct.
My,
And we are
my.
standing strong.
Standing strong and still growing. And you seem to be, doing post-mortem regularly with a
Yes,
view to improve.
absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
I am. You run a tight ship. You run a very tight ship, which is good. Very transparent, and sustainable. Sustainable. But in closing, I want to say, that um, all of this was flying under the radar to my mind. And then when you explain, back on the drums is just, the flag that uh, to retrieve,
Mhm.
and then you broke it down. So I urge, all parties, stakeholders, to understand that what is going on is collaboration, not domination, collaboration, but
Absolutely.
organized with a standard,
Yes.
excellence, the standard of
Mhm.
excellence.
Yeah.
So
Be
there has to
structured.
be, yes. So you and I have spoken,
Mhm.
about something like a consortia that has rules, rules, and the members make up the rules, you
Correct.
know. So
Mhm.
there's no duplication. People are not, tripping across each other. Everybody has their lane.
Right.
Uh-huh. But your closing remarks.
Yes. So what's my vision for the future?
Okay. Okay.
The Our work related to Garifuna culture, related to Garifuna duo, is
Mm-hmm.
huge.
Okay.
We have a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
No one or entity or organization has the monopoly over the work that we need to do.
Yes. Yeah.
So, to your point, we need to work collaboratively
Mm-hmm.
so that at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, we can have a holistic effect
There you
for
go. There
for the
you
benefits of our culture.
go.
We
Mm.
all have our strengths, likewise, we all have our weaknesses.
Yes. Yes.
If we recognize that, we will also recognize that given our strengths, we could allow different organizations, entities, individuals to be working in a particular space under
Yes.
the Garifuna Duo banner
Yes. 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 Yes.
and do well with what they're doing. Another
Yeah.
entity, organization, initiative can do likewise in a
Yes.
space that they want to focus on and do well with that. And
Thank
then
you.
another entity, and so forth. And
Yes.
collectively, we have
Mm-hmm.
a big effect.
Indeed.
So
Indeed.
that is one
Indeed.
of my vision for us to
Mm.
continue, and to the extent that it is not happening, for us to be able to work collaboratively. Because at the end of the day, we have to seek to, you referred to it, the UNESCO declaration. How can we maximize the benefits of the UNESCO declaration, where our
Right.
culture was designated the Garifuna language, music, and dance as
Mm-hmm.
as a masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage of humanity.
Thank you.
How
Thank
can we
you.
maximize on that? All right. Let's
Yeah.
work collaboratively to do that. Secondly,
Yeah.
our culture is a flagship culture for our country.
Yes.
We hear about cultural tourism.
Mm-hmm.
We hear about when Belize is being promoted, that the Garifuna culture is prominent.
Yes.
But we are not seeing the in level of investment that is
Mm.
that should be forthcoming to
Yes.
the
Yes.
culture, so
Yes.
that the
Yes.
flagship can remain firmly a flagship. And in
Indeed.
fact,
Indeed.
we
Indeed.
are solidly integrated into cultural tourism, and more importantly, into what is highly touted as the orange economy. A lot of what we are doing under the Garifuna culture,
Mm-hmm.
Battle of the Drums, for example,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
Habinaha Wanaragua, our
Yes.
19th day festivities, our
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
artisans are making drums, our artisans are making
Yeah.
craft. All of that
Yeah.
are part of the orange economy. If in
Mm.
fact we are serious about cultural tourism in this country, more support should be coming, should be forthcoming to
Yes.
these initiatives so that
Yeah.
we can continue to do what we're doing, while at the same time our country is benefiting from what
Yes.
they are seeking to promote, which is cultural
Mm-hmm.
tourism.
Yes.
So get
Indeed.
us solidly integrated into the orange economy. And
Yes.
together it will be very beneficial. So it will be a symbiotic relationship, so to speak. It will be beneficial for our country, it will be
Mm-hmm.
beneficial for our people. So those are my vision for
Yeah.
the future. And as I wrap up, I want to quickly give what are my simple principles of life.
Okay.
One,
Okay.
a lot of us can do more,
Mm-hmm.
but voluntarism is hard to come by. I don't understand,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So one of my principles is it is in giving that one receives. I always
Yes.
remember that.
Yes.
Giving that one receives.
Yes.
I also like the principles. It's a African proverb which says,
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
many little people in many
Mm-hmm.
little places do many little things, you can change the face of the earth. So if all of us do our little things in our own little areas and contribute positively to our culture, to humanity, we can have a big impact. And
Mm.
finally, there is no quick gain in life. Success comes through planning,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
hard work, and perseverance.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Well,
that's where I stand in my principles.
ah, much obliged. In studio, we have had Mr. Darius Avila, President of Battle of the Drums. And please, it's about retrieval. Retrieval of,
Garifuna language, Garifuna music, singing, and dance, and Garifuna community support.
much obliged, bravo. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you. Been my
And,
pleasure as well.
and,
All the best on
and
your program. Very impressed with your program as well.
thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
Sarame.
Are you?